I'm going to read some poems from older books, and then I'm going to read some new poems, because I think it's important in Poets House that this stuff, these are great, but it's this stuff, it's the stuff that's in progress, that's in the process of becoming poems, that it gets an airing, that it gets a consideration. A great friend of mine, and a friend of Poets House as well, I think, Moira Donaldson. I was at a reading with Moira, and she read a poem that she announced as a retelling of the Snow White myth from Snow White's point of view. It's got a feminist gesture. I thought, hold on a second. Snow White's always told from Snow White's point of view. The real oppressed, the real repressed in this story, the dwarves. So this is for all of us of less than noble stature. I don't know, you know all the Snow White stuff. Whether we came of our own free will, hey-ho, or were driven, no one remembers. We live unhospitably tending forges in mines, doing our own housework. Some are so stunted and ugly, the rest of us laugh or retch, but in general, we try to ignore how we look and restrain ourselves to workmen-like barks. Shovel, pickaxe, diamond, soup, that sort of thing. And the very notion of torrents of song at the start of or end of or during a hard day's work is something we'd frown on. So when she arrived at our barracks, sweeping and crooning, her notions of food and deportment, so courtly, so gentle, so, in a word, tall, hey-ho, embarrassed us greatly. We shrank from her laugh, staying up late to prepare food we'd actually eat, and after a shift we'd compete to avoid elocution, classes intact for the taciturn, and the hand-stitched finery she so obsessively wove us. We, the illiterate, learned at her side, hey-ho, to despise ourselves, the grossly deformed to despise their uglier comrades. So we were relieved to discover her body, stretched in a clearing under our barracks window, the nugget of apple still lodged at the root of her discoloured tongue. No one went near her for hours. Then some of us built her a coffin of glass, for now she was dead. We wanted to study this wonder of civilised life, to stare at its beauty and not risk a homily, one of her gentle correctives. We would never be happy again. Not now we'd been shown the impossible shape of a life not ours. But hauling our shame to the pit at dawn the following day, some of us sang. Sometimes, no one did it today, sometimes in workshops people go, are there fit subjects for poetry? Are there things you cannot write poems about? And the answer has to be absolutely not. Poetry can be about anything. This one's about farting.